Hi everyone. Well, November is a busy month for birthdays, mine included, and I want to thank everybody for your best wishes. Phone calls, cards in the mail, wishes on Facebook. Thank you. I even got some birthday wishes from our politicians. Our Prime Minister sent me a birthday wish. My Member of Parliament sent me a birthday wish. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. I turned 70 this year. I want to share with you a little story from when I turned 50. I phoned my uncle, my dad's brother, and said, "Hey, Uncle, it's my birthday." And he said, "Happy birthday, dear." And I said, "I'm 50. And he said, "Oh, no, I'm 50. So we had a little bit of chuckle over that. And I said, I remember my very first birthday. The very first birthday I remember was when I turned 6. My friends came over to my house, and I remember having cake and I think sandwiches. I think sandwiches were the order of the day. I don't think hot dogs were around, but I think my mom made some sandwiches and we had cake. And I remember everybody's boots stacked by the back door. I did not like having a winter birthday. I complained about having to have boots at the back door. So I said, "Hey, Uncle, what's the very first birthday you remember?" And so he told me the story about the first birthday that he remembered. Well, he was born in 1916, halfway through World War I. So his dad, my grandpa and grandma, they wanted to be farmers. They had got on the farm in Saskatchewan and were running a farm. Then World War I hit, and my grandpa said, "Hey, I'm going to the war. I'm going to war." So he moved his wife and their baby, my uncle, another one of my uncles, my oldest uncle, he moved them into town so that he could go to war. So my grandma and her firstborn child, a son, lived in town, small town in Saskatchewan. Now World War I finished, and my grandpa headed home back out to small town Saskatchewan. And he arrived back in Saskatchewan in the spring, in May of 1919, I think. I don't think it was 1920. That didn't make sense. 1919. So my uncle was born in 1916. So he'd have been 3-4 years old when his dad came home from war. And nothing doing. We've got to get that furniture and get everybody moved back to the farm because we're going to farm again. So they loaded up all the furniture onto the wagon, the horse-drawn wagon, and headed out to the farm on the mucky mud dirt roads. And that whole story brought tears to my eyes that I would complain about having to have a winter birthday and people having to put their boots by the kitchen door. Very, very humbling story about how we all remember birthdays. So, yeah. Then, my dad, they had a bit of a baby boom back then. So then my dad and my aunts were born. Okay, so they're on the farm and doing everything, growing up. And well, next thing you know, here comes the dirty 30s, the Depression. It was not fun being a kid. not having anything. Every time you turn around, the crop was gone, the crop failed, and no jobs. They had a difficult time. Again, my uncle told me that they had to wear hand-me-down clothes, which I guess all in all was not that terrible. But he remembered at one point when he had to wear neighbors' hand-me-down clothes from down the road, and the shoes that fit him were girl shoes. And he hated having to wear girl shoes, but they fit. So next thing you know, here we come. Oh, they gave up on the farm, went back to BC. Oh, what a rough time they had. Back to BC. Now World War II hit. There's my family, my dad's family, everybody's family, of course. Just finishing up the Depression. Now we've got World War II. Off they went. A lot of guys signed up to come home, not come home, or come home mentally or physically exhausted and damaged, whatever. Very difficult times. So that when World War II was over and they came home rejoicing, the war was over, and here came the next baby boom, the 1950s, late 40s and into the 50s. Second baby boom. From the 1920s, now we've got the 1950s. And boy, oh boy, didn't we just have all sorts of stuff. Our parents tried so hard to provide us with so many things. Cars, TV sets, fridges, stoves, no more wood stove. We had a gas stove brought in. Lots and lots of things that were just a boom in the 50s. And we would skip down the sidewalk. We had toys, and off to school we went, and it was just a great, great time. Being a baby boomer in the 60s, in the 50s, going to school in the 60s was just a fantastic time. Be thankful for everything that we have. So that now we're sort of forgetting about all what our parents went through, or my kids' grandparents went through. We don't necessarily understand what difficult times they had. And now instead of having a station wagon in the parking lot, in the driveway, we got, maybe a couple of vehicles. Lots of bikes for everybody to ride. Running shoes, indoor shoes, outdoor shoes. Just so many things. And yet, we still find time to complain about stuff. We just don't get it. We just don't get it. Anyway, as I look into my 70s now, turning 70, my 8th level, I'm seeing that it's time to be really thankful for all that my parents, Isabel and Herrick, and my aunts and uncles and friends that served in the war and lived such a difficult life in their formative years to provide me with the outlook on life that I have today, the things that I have, memories around the house that I have from my family. I just am really thankful for all that I have, all my friends, all my family that are friends, and all my friends that have become a type of family. I'm very thankful for everything. So anyway, thanks for all your best wishes for my birthday, and let's look forward to 2022 and see how we can make this a good year. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye for now.